what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Tick, aka Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan, the game, and also the Rebel YouTube Underground. And I am back with yet another commentary. Again, you see I'm playing that Division in the background. I told y'all, man, I was going to get this game and I was going to play it dumb hard. Still didn't buy the season pass, though. I don't know if I'm ever buy that, but this is me playing one of the incursion missions. We did complete this mission. I didn't record the whole thing because it took like 20 to 30 minutes now for recording all that, but we did complete it. The incursion missions are these new missions that they just added. It's pretty much like a raid. If you've played an MMO, you get a lot of points and you get good gear drops. And pretty much that's why I was here, to get some extra gear to get my gear level a little higher. So anyway, I want to talk about something that I experienced about, I want to say last week. I think it was last week. And I wanted to talk about this, but I was tired. I didn't feel like doing anything. I was playing the Division all the time. The Division takes a lot of my time, dog. Like, I'm not lying. I play a lot of this game. And I go stupid hard in it. But it was something that I experienced last week that amazed me at work. So, this time I'm talking about work, and I'm not talking about it having anything to do with YouTube. But I was at work at my job, and I ran into a customer in the PC gaming aisle. And I went over and asked her. It was an older woman. She had to be about probably 65 or slightly older, African-American woman. So I went over there and asked her if she needed help. Now, typically when you get old people over in the gaming areas, old gamers, they typically play only certain types of games. So if it's an older man around in his 50s or a little older, they tend to want to play the simulation games, the flight sims. They tend to only gravitate towards those. The other ones, they tend to gravitate towards like World Tanks or something like that. So something that simulates something that has to do with war, either riding planes or tanks, they tend to gravitate towards that. It's very rare that you see them play anything else. And when you get older women in there, they tend to only want to play like the flash games, like, casino, cards, backgammon, things like that. They tend to go for those type of games. But I asked her what she needed help with the idea that she wanted one of those card games. But she said something that surprised me. She said, and this is a quote from her, "I want a shoot 'em up game." And I was like, huh? A shoot 'em up game. So I thought maybe she was just being, random. This was like, she was just bored and she just wanted to see why all the kids play this kind of game. But then, like, she said something that even got me even more. She was like, yeah, how about Duke Nukem? Y'all got Duke Nukem? I used to play that back in the day, Duke Nukem. I used to play that all the time. That was a good game. And Doom and stuff like that. How about Duke Nukem? And she saw Duke Nukem Forever and she grabbed that. She was like, yeah, here's Duke Nukem. Is this good? Now, obviously, I knew about Duke Nukem in the reviews Duke Nukem 4 had, so I was like, nah, you don't want that. That's literally how I said. I was like, nah, that's not good. And it was another customer next to me. He was like, yeah, you don't want that. And she was like, okay, well, I remember Duke Nukem used to be good back in the day. I had the gun that came with it and everything. I used to play it all the time, and killed all the people, the Nazis and stuff like that. Like, I love that game. So what game do you say is good? Please don't say Call of Duty, because I hate Call of Duty. And when she said that, me and the other guy started laughing because it was just weird. Like, you wouldn't picture a 60-plus-year-old woman just saying something like this, like playing that kind of game. And she was mentioning like Doom, Duke Nukem, things like that. Like, she played these games, and even games in the 90s. Like, she was mentioning games like in the late 90s to early 2000 on the PC that were shooters. And I went in like just expecting her to want like some kind of card game. Now, she did get a casino game to go along with it, but she wanted to shoot 'em up. So the game that I chose for her was Wolfenstein New Order. And she remembered that. She was like, oh, I remember this game too. I used to play Wolfenstein also. Yeah, I used to love that game too. And I was just amazed. Like, I had a smile from ear to ear. Like, I couldn't believe it. So I had to ask her how strong her PC was, because I wanted to make sure she knew about PC. She was like, yes. I was like, how old is it? She was like, it's new. I was like, really? She was like, yeah, my husband's building it. He's going to build it. I was like, oh, okay. She named like a few parts in it. I was like, okay. So that just comes to show you. This is all the commentary about. It just comes to show you, man. You can't judge a book by its cover, dog. Like, and I made a commentary about aging, like an older gamers back in the day when I was like 24 or 25, because I felt like I was too old to be gaming then, and I was telling people like you're never too old to game, and that was just proof. And you know, gamers are just getting older nowadays. I mean, you've had people that play games since the Atari and ColecoVision, and some of them are still gaming. Some of the people that you're chilling with in the Xbox Live chat, the PSN chat, you know, that you play in a group with, you may not even know it because you didn't ask, but some of them are in their 50s, some of them are in their 60s. Like, you just don't know it. And I ran into a YouTuber, some guy from England, and he was talking about, you know, he's like in his 40s, and he still games. He games hard. And people wouldn't know that he was that age unless you asked him. So, what made me think about it is this, because I just remember back when I was like 25 and 26, people would hear my voice and they would call me an old man. They were like, man, why you playing games? You're an old man. Why don't you go get a job or chill with your grandkids and stuff like that? You know, my voice sounds like it's old, but like, people would say disrespectful things. Like, even my homeboys would say stuff like that. Like, if somebody was like, man, I'm 30 years old, they'd be like, why are you 30 years old then, man? Go get a job. Why you playing video games for? Gaming is a hobby, son. It is a hobby. That is all gaming is, man. And you can do a hobby no matter how old you are. You know, if you like if you like building model airplanes, you know, you can be in your 60s and 70s doing that. You don't have to be a 12-year-old doing that. Like, it's a hobby. It's something to do for fun. So don't let age stop you from gaming. Like I said in my last commentary, don't let that stop you from gaming. If you're a younger kid, don't try to disrespect somebody because you find out they're 30 or they're 40 years old. And they're still playing video games. I mean, like I said, it's a hobby. It's something to do for fun. It's something that they enjoy doing in their life. Just like you, let them do it. If they want to stop doing it, then stop doing it at their own time. But anyway, man, it's your boy Tick, a.k.a. Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan Game. And I should have called this a real talk. This should have been a real talk episode, but forget all that. But let me know how you feel in the comment section about it. Have you met anybody that you play with that's 60 years old? Or if you're one of my subscribers and you gaming, are you 50, 60, 40, you're an aging gamer, like, let me know. But it's your boy Tick, a.k.a. Game Fanatic, Michael Jordan Gaming, and I'm gone. Bye.